Okay, thank you for joining us in this live session, the pre-market session of the 22nd of April 2021, and we'll begin straight away with SOS Limited, currently up 1.62% in this live session. So let's see what's going on the daily model. Okay, on the daily model, it's trading below all of its trend lines. We have a volume of 28.434 million shares. This is probably from the previous session, but we'll return to the 1 minute and see that it is still there, still unchanged, just moving sideways of late. Okay, let's look at Ocgn. Ocgn. Ocgn is up 3.85%. Same sideways movement. Biolinerx is up 3.24%, same sideways movement as well. Skillz is up 13.72%, much more of an upward slope, Bionano genomics up 6.77%. Yes, thank you for joining us. If you're there, SOS is what we're covering. SOS and indeed some other stocks. In this pre-market session, SOS is up 1.62% currently. Momentum is quite strong, so it has been able to sustain that strength for some 25 minutes now. So let's see if we can find any news concerning SOS. So the only fresh news there is that of the 20th. That was 2 days ago. SOS to purchase 575 cryptocurrency Ethereum mining rigs. So far, so good. No fresh news as such. So indeed, there are other stocks. We'll see if we can find any news concerning them. Bionano genomics. The only piece of news there is also old, not new as such. Okay, so some slight change on SOS. Okay, so there's no news on Bngo biolinerx genomics. We'll have a look at okay, no fresh news as well. So let's look at the other one, Blrx. No fresh news either. So we're still here on covering SOS. SOS has changed now. It was 1.62. Okay, now back to what that same 1.62. Momentum dropped briefly, but it is picking up again. MACD is below the signal line for this 1 minute model. Let's have a look at the 5 minute model and see what's going on there. 5 minute model has it that it's trading above all of its trend lines, and also the MACD is above the signal line in this 5 minute model. Ten minutes, it's same pretty much the same thing. Still have more than an hour and 30 minutes before the markets open. So SOS is currently up 1.62%. Yeah, let's have a look at the daily model. Yesterday, I believe, at some point it ran up some gains. I believe SOS. Sorry, yeah, SOS. Okay, this is 21st. I think this the case on the website might explain that better. It was up by some fraction in the session of yesterday, the 21st of April. Yeah, it rose from 401 to where it closed at 4.27. So yeah, even at the current level, it's still technically a buy, especially in the short to intermediate period. It's been pulling back and correcting, moving sideways. Yes, you see, it appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Longer term uptrend will be this 200-day trend line. So I think technically it's been consolidating. We have seen stocks that have been consolidating, and in a few sessions they were up by a huge amount. We saw that yesterday with BLSP. The stock, I believe, was consolidating, trading below its trend, definitely below its 50-day trend line. Consolidated for a few sessions, suddenly spiked. So currently now SOS is up 2.55%. So if you ever wondered whether you could ever participate in this live session, yes, you can participate. If you, I don't know what obtains on your various platforms, but on Charles Schwab, Charles Schwab is the platform you're using. So if you sign up, you can get this Smart Edge. It's a desktop app. So you want to buy, click on buy, and then comes up this dialog box. You can see venue, smart, it's probably is live, and then pre-market. So if you want to get involved, you select pre-market. So this is how you participate in pre-market activity. So it's available definitely on Charles Schwab for sure, on this Smart Edge desktop tool. So that's one way you can get involved if you want to sign up and make this available to yourself, so that you can participate in pre-market sessions and all that stuff as well. So currently SOS is extending, currently up 2.32%. MACD is above the signal line based on this 1-minute model we are looking at right now. Okay, technical insights, let's see. So these are the sort of things that will be available to you on Street Smart Edge. So we are getting some technical analysis. What is it called? Technical event lookup. Summary. Support at $1.90. Resistance at $5. Stop price for long position. Stop price is 1.48. Short position is 6.57. You can see it has continued to extend. Let's minimize this. You can see that. So SOS is up 3.25%. .48% now. That's what's going on live with SOS. Okay, let's see if we can get more details on these. So okay, SOS has retraced now. Currently it was at some point it was up roughly 3.6%. That's now lost some of that, so down, retraced down to 2.78% extension. And the retracement has started to progress again. You can see that over here. Pull back, now extending again, currently at $4.45. So we're trying to see if we can digest any data, any technical event lookup for SOS. So they're saying that the support for SOS is at $1.90, so we're still very far away from that, but the resistance is also at $5, which we're not so far off from. So this resistance at level acts as a sitting where a tendency for excessive selling has kept the price lower, can be a good area to take profits on long positions, but once penetrated above can signal further rise and opportunity for a long position. So stop price, they have it at $1.40, short position $6.57. so we're still not there yet. So SOS is retracing now, broken through the 10-day trend line, getting some support from the 20-day trend line, not far off, just trading in between the two of them. Yes, if you just join us, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up if you can. We're covering SOS. We have had some slight extensions while we were here. At some point it wasn't doing anything much, it was just pretty much moving sideways, and we have seen some extension. Currently we're looking at a small amount of retracement, but it's trying to pick up again. So seeing some resistance from the 10-day trend line at $4.43. Got a stiff challenge from that 10-day trend line, so retraced down to $4.42. It actually closed the session at $4.31. So let's look at the other stocks. Okay, Ocgn is just up slightly by 0.46%. So it has just retraced seriously of late. Something could be going on there. Biolinerx up 4.32%, but moving sideways. Skillz up 13.31%. Bionano genomics up 7.95%. Yeah, SOS just trading in between its short-term trend lines based on this 1-minute model, the 1-minute model of the live session of the 22nd of April. So let's look at the 50-day 5-minute model. 5-minute model is clearly above those short-term trend lines, but we can also see that the volume weighted average price is in between those short-term trend lines. So let's see what the 10-minute model is saying. 10-minute model is also saying that it is still up above all the trend lines. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Yes, same, above, bullish. 30 minutes also bullish as well, above all of its trend lines. Let's look at the 60 minutes. Same. Okay, broken through now trading in between the intermediate and the short-term trend lines. And also trading above the volume weighted average price. So the volume average weighted price is this. It's indicating that the price is at 4, based on its current volume. It's the indicated price is 4.373. So no doubt SOS has been quite volatile of late. Okay, extending again. Broken through all of those short-term intermediate trend lines currently. Extension currently stands at 2.78. At some point it was up to 3.6 or thereabout. So extending and extending, up 3% now. So the extension has picked up now to 3.25. okay, dropped again. So let's look at Ocgn. Ocgn has picked up now, recovered some of those losses, now up 2.15%. Bionano genomics up 7.95%. So the market is opening in about 50 minutes. SOS just been consolidating within the last 5 to 10 minutes now. At some point it reached this level of 4.45%, for $4.4598. So let's do some technical event lookup for SOS. 5, okay, all technical events. 5 was bullish, 8 bearish. 2 anticipated events are forming right now. Anticipated events are in the process of forming. They will become active if the price closes beyond the price threshold we're expecting, we're watching. So okay, there's some details down here. Okay, as of 20th, it was an engulfing line bullish, short-term bullish. Let's see what's saying. Okay, as at then it says the recent downtrend was due to reverse now that buying pressure has overwhelmed prior selling pressure. Following a clear downtrend, we see 2 candlesticks where the white real body of the second completely envelopes the block real body of envelopes the black real body of the first, showing that the bulls have overtaken the bears. So this event occurred on the 20th of April. So SOS is to get some support from its short-term trend lines. We can see what's going on here. That's what we're looking at right now. We're just trying to see if we can get more data, more outcomes concerning SOS. So it's trying to extend again. Extended up now, added a few more fractions, so it's up 3% roughly. So not so much is going on there for yeah, SOS just been moving sideways of late. We saw this extension a few minutes ago, but since that time it's just been sideways and sideways and sideways. We'll see how the session progresses. So it's retracing now, broken through the short and intermediate trend lines. So broken through the two short-term trend lines, and seeing some support at the 4.20 level, 4.42, and returned again to 4.44. Okay, let's see if we can see other things. Ocgn is also has an extension of roughly the same 2.92 now. Biolinerx is up 4.32. Skillz up 13.66%. Bionano genomics up 9.81%. Can see nicely extended. Yeah, if you're there and you have any stock you want us to have a look at, just leave the comment in the chat box below so that we can have a look at it. Okay, the market is opening in about 40 minutes. Retracing now, slightly below the 50-day trend line for this 1 minute model. Next level will be the next support will be at the volume weighted average price, which will be at 4.38, broken through that now, down to 4.377, extended back again to 4.40, moving sideways now. Momentum is quite low, even though hasn't gone into oversold at the moment, but not very far from it. Broken through the volume weighted average price, retraced back up again to 4.399. Okay, extending again, broken through all of those trend lines, just slightly above the 10 and the 20 trend line currently. So back to where it was before at this 4.4199 level, but currently now below its short-term trend lines. Like these below the signal line, an indication of how bearish the stock has been, trading below its short-term trend lines. Momentum has also looked up again. Average weighted price is not moving that much. I think it's an indication that there isn't very much volume. We've been seeing very much patchy volumes here. You can see only 10 currently, so that would definitely affect its volume weighted average price. So what we're looking at right now is an extension or rather a bullish session for SOS, but on very light volume. Because I mean, if we did have enough a reasonable amount of volume, a volume that is more than what we're looking at right now, that volume weighted average price will be higher than where it is now, but it has since sustained that same sort of level for some time now. So correcting down now towards its volume weighted average price. So we have about 35 minutes now before the market opens. So let's go ahead and look at other stocks. Ocgn is up 2.31%. You can see typical case here. The volume weighted average price is above the stock itself, an indication that probably currently the stock is has a reasonable amount of volume in it. Biolinerx up 3.96%. Skillz up 13.37%. Bionano genomics up 9.98%. Let's look at Ocgn, up 1.69%. Okay, retracing now, not far from its volume weighted average price. We're not seeing a lot of volume at the moment because its volume weighted average price has not really moved that much with the stock itself. The only time it did was when it had this huge extension, this significant extension. That was the only time we saw it move up, but it's been moving sideways pretty much. So we have about 30 minutes or thereabout before the market opens. So I'll just leave you briefly with this chart. I'll take a very brief break. So we have about 30 minutes or thereabout before the market opens. So I'll just leave you briefly with this chart. I'll take a very brief break. So while I was away, we had some retracement that brought it down to 4.36, below the volume weighted average price. So the market is opening in about 6 minutes or thereabout. So let's look at Ocgn. Ocgn is up 2.77%, trading just slightly below its volume weighted average price. Biolinerx up 2.52. You can see the stock actually did retrace from this high of this from the high of 2.9. Retraced down to 2.85, but resurging again, broken through the 10-day trend line. Skillz up 17.42%, has since extended and extending further. Bionano up 11.51, getting some resistance from some support from the 20-day trend line. So we have about 3 minutes before the market opens. Momentum for SOS is okay, not too bad, sitting at 66.67. MACD is slightly above the signal line because the stock itself is above the 10-day trend line, but currently below, in between the 10-day and the 20-day. So we're gradually counting down to the opening of this session. We just got one like. Thank you very much. I believe this must have timed out. Yes. Okay. SOS. So yeah, as you can see, the volume is currently at 680,000, quite low. That's probably why we haven't seen this volume weighted average price change that much. So we'll see how it turns out in the market. So the market is going to open up very soon. So let's uncheck this pre-market box. So I believe there's a good chance we're going to see some real activity, some momentum, some volatility, some extension, maybe when the market opens. So the market is opening in a few seconds now. Yes, the market is open. Seen that. 2.84. Volume has since increased. .48% and extending, roughly 4% now. Okay, 4.41%. Okay, volume weighted average price has since ticked up now. Yeah, we got 2 likes. Thanks. Yeah, SOS extending 5.33% now, extending and extending and extending. Getting some resistance already. 4.41% now. All the indexes apart from the Nasdaq, okay, all of them now are negative, but SOS is up 4.6 or 4.18%. .1% now, or rather 5.1% currently. So we have a bullish, okay. We have a bullish SOS at the moment, up 6% now, steeply climbing and extending. MACD clearly above signal line, as you can expect. Momentum is strong. Momentum at 90% currently. Let's see if we can find if there's any news concerning SOS. Okay, no piece of news there. Okay, it's pulling back now. just converge with its volume weighted average price at $4.49. So some market participants are taking more money off the table. Momentum is waning, but the MACD is still obviously above the signal line. By certain analysis by certain analysts is that $5 will be a sell price. It will be a stop target, implying that if SOS gets to $5, that it should be ready to take money off the table. But if it extends beyond that, then there's a good chance it will continue to extend higher. So the resistance they're expecting is expected to be at $5 currently. So we are still about roughly 47 cents away from that. We have an extension of 5.34% currently, trading at $4.54 now. Volume has since picked up, even though the extension or the stock is quite volatile, and the volume weighted average price not so far off from the stock itself, but I think this should be expected. I think pretty much is a lagging indicator, I believe. Or rather should be maybe not a lagging indicator, a more of a concurrent indicator. Yeah, thank you very much if you're there joining us or with us. Give us a thumbs up. We're covering this slightly bullish run of SOS, currently up roughly 5% now. So let's see what the other stocks we're looking at doing. Ocgn up 4.15%. Biolinerx up 6.12, strongly bullish. Skillz up 11.87, but slightly retracing and correcting. Bionano genomics up 15.6%, still very much bullish. SOS is now down to 4.465, has retraced slightly, trading below its volume weighted average price, not far from its 10-day trend line. Let's see what's going on the 5 minutes. It should present a more bullish picture. Yeah, you can see that. The 10-day trend line hasn't acted yet. That is what's going on. The 10-minute model. Okay, see what's going on there. So let's return to the 1 minute. Now I've broken through the 10-day trend line. Now I'm in between the 10-day and the 20-day trend line, and also below the volume weighted average price. Gradually or slightly correcting and putting back. Still trading in between its 10-day and the 20-day trend line. Currently bearish and retracing at the moment. SOS up to 3.02%. At some point it was up by 6%. Okay, not far off from its 20-day trend line. That trend line is still bullish, but the 10-day trend line has since started to slope downwards. Okay, the extension is looking to resume again. Stock is sloping upwards. Currently bearish now, not far from its 20-day trend line. The price for that 20-day trend line is at 442, so I believe they've coincided, or it's currently below it now. So leaving the extension currently at 2.78. Momentum is retracing and retracing down to 22, or rather 613, very oversold at the moment, so that's what's going on. Momentum is currently flat, totally sold out at the moment, trading below its short-term trend lines currently. Momentum slightly picking up, but not still oversold. So the extension is down to 2.44%. Okay, momentum is trying to improve, but still oversold. Not close to, quite close to 20. Okay, currently above 20 now. Ten-day trend line is bullish. I mean bearish now, but the 20-day is still very much bullish. All the other ones are still bullish as well. Momentum is still flat and oversold. Might be below the signal line because obviously the stock itself is below that 10-day trend line. So the retracement is now down to 1.97 or 2%. Ocgn is up 2.77%. Biolinerx up 6%. Skillz is up 9.85%. Bionano genomics up 9.14%. So we are currently seeing a retracing SOS at some point during this session. It had an extension of up to 6%. So currently we're looking at roughly an extension of 2% now. Retracing down to 1.16, or rather the extension is currently at 1.16. Momentum is flat right now, no momentum at all currently totally out. momentum slightly looking up. Okay, you want us to look at PLYZ? Okay, let's do that for you. PLY players technologies down 21.43%. Okay, momentum is also flat on this as well. So let's look at the that on Charles Schwab on their platform, on their website. Okay, above average, so price crossed below the 50-day trend line. Okay. Bearish. Okay, let's see if we can see what it is saying. I think if it's, let's see 22nd. Yeah, I think it's also, yes, indeed, it's still somewhat bullish, even though it has retraced by 21%. It looks like it's trading above its short-term trend lines. We can't see any. Okay, let's magnify this. Okay, see, all the way back to, if we are looking at this all the way back to December, this is all the way back to the 13th of February. Yeah, it's trading below all of its short and intermediate trend lines, so it has a retracement of about 21% currently. So let's see what we can make out of this. Just be patient. We'll see what details are there concerning. Okay, it's not covered. There's no technical insights for this on this platform, but yeah, all I can say is that yes, it's trading at a discount to. It is at a slight discount to its short-term trend lines. So let me look at the daily model here. That same one here. Let's look at it here. Okay, you can see trading at a slight discount to its. This is the 10-day trend line. This is the 20-day. This is the 50-day. This is the 200-day. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get involved, and you have done your fundamentals, yeah, by all means get involved and see what's going to come out of it. It's down 14.29%. Not exactly a bad time to get involved. Technically, yeah, it looks like a nice time. Okay, you can see based on this daily model as well, it's currently converge with its volume weighted average price. So based on its volume right now, it's a good price. So we turn to the 1-minute model, but it's because at some point it was down 21%. Currently it's okay, down with 21%. Yeah, if you want to get involved as well on this, based on this model, on this 1 minute model as well. It's yeah, presenting a fairly okay buying opportunity. It's currently consolidating, trading in between 0.0012 and 0.0011. Yeah, it's currently, based on just this alone, currently not that hot as such, not too hot for you to get involved. But if you want to get involved, like, I would probably urge you to see if it's going to trace again down to this 21% before you get involved. Okay, let's see whether we can return to SOS. We didn't find any news concerning players. This is it's a technology, formerly ZD Ventures, is a Canada-based information and technology development company. The company is engaged in the comparative pricing solutions marketplace and offers artificial intelligence driven comparison engine. It offers a mobile comparative product or service pricing engine enabled across any wide market digital marketplace or platform. Its pricing engine integrates a custom built blend of geolocation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and proprietary algorithms. The company serves multiple global marketplaces, and its website, the www.players.com, targets the Spanish online pharmacy marketplace. The company subsidiaries are Players Corporation and Players Technologies Canada. Okay, so let's return to SOS. So it has started to extend again, up by 4.87% currently. Momentum has since improved, up by 5% now and extending. So it's currently converging with its volume weighted average price. At $4.4650. 10-day trend line is also catching up. Currently a down session for all the major indexes, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. Currently trading in between its short-term trend lines, the 10-day and the 20-day. So currently these are the biggest movers in the market currently. Yeah, so SOS currently up 3.98%, trading above all of its trend lines, including the volume weighted average price. Slightly extended now, up by 4.6%, or by 4.76, or by roughly 5% now. Got a pivot at 4.46, which is pretty much where the volume weighted average price is. Up by 4.87% and extending. Slightly retracing now, converged with its 10-day trend line, broken through now. Next, rather trading in between that day 10-day trend line and the volume weighted average price. Currently has an extension of 4.82%. .41% currently, retracing down now. So let's look at Ocgn is up 11.69%. Biolinerx up 4.88%. Skillz up 6.92%. Bionano genomics up 8.31%. So let's look at other stocks. American Battery Metals up 7.97%. Sun Hydrogen down 6%. Tuscan Holdings down 1.93%. Sunworks down 5.53%, or rather up 5.53%. Feac Energy up 7%. It was up 22.76%. ASTI up 11.15%. Biosilla up 2%. Feac Energy up 0.8%. Zero Waste up 1%. Sphere up 29.39%. This is the second day of extension. Yesterday was up about 100%. Global Battery Metals up 0.42%. Lake Resources down 4.96. Plug Power up 0.7%. Gevo Inc. up 4.93%. Canoe Inc. down 1.39%. Fusion Fuel Green up 0.17%. Churchill Capital or Lucid down 0.45%. QuantumScape up 1.55%. Sorrento up 0.32%. Renewable energy is up 7.41. Sun volts energy down 1.34. Renewable power up 4.96%. Northern Genesis Line Electric down 2.3%. Ocean Power Text down 0.79%. American Lithium up 3.3%. Teradata up 30.92%. Magnite Inc. up 0.65. Madman Enterprises up 5.93%. Fusion Hydrogen Corp up 1.69%. Torchlight Energy up 6.13%. Metamaterials down 0.29%. Brigo Pharmacy down 0.95%. Quick Logic up 0.16%. Wheeler Real Estate Investment Trust up 0.46%. Blue Square up 0.57%. Lish Inc. up 4.44%. Ocgn is up 1.42%. Check Cap is up 2.35%. Etana Zentaris down 0.69%. Sigma Labs down 2.59. Farmy Inc. up 0.62%. Upstart Holdings up 3.87%. I2 Biopharma is currently down, or rather up 0.44%. Hexocap Corp down 1.5%. Canadian Solar up 0.97%. Okay, Ocgn. up 0.94. NLS Pharmaceuticals up 2.9%. Interbio up 1.2%. Vaccinex is unchanged. Comedix down 1.64. Forex road acquisition unchanged. Ocgn aerial systems down 6%. Palantir up 1.66%. August up 0.63%. Bitfarms down 3.88%. Riots is down 5.2%. Bngo-Sos is up 1%. Second Side Medical Pro is up 0.66%. Ocgn China up 2.5%. Shift Technologies up down rather 1.15%. Medicinova is slightly up 0.22%. Covos Pharmaceuticals up 1.82%. Galmed Pharmaceutica down 0.09%. Organigram Holdings down 1.57%. SLGG down 2.56%. Asana is up 2.92%. Hydrogen Systems up 18.97%. So we'll return to SOS, see what's going on with it. Okay, retraced down to 1.88% currently. Let's look at the other ones. Ocgn. Ocgn up 8.6%. Biolinerx up 3.24%. Skillz is up 1.91%. Bionano genomics up 4.82%. So I think we're going to end this session. We'll try and come back live again to cover probably towards the end of the session of the market. Okay, thank you very much for joining us in this session, as ASOS is up 1.67%.